didn't you get found out? I still get a rush to see the tail lights. Separate my guilt until they're bite-sized. At first we said it would just be one time. Now it has become our favorite pastime. So what did you expect? Second half of your cigarette. Looking back in retrospect, there are some things I can't neglect. Caffeine, cocaine, we're all fighting for the same cause, right lane. All credit to the people making their fortune from the people breaking.
Hello, hello, here we are. Nobody can hear me. Oh, yes, you can. Okay, cool. I think we're all here, we're all good, we're all alive. Oh, there's a fucking glass of water here.
I got a gun for
Shit.
you, give me good love. You're like a dream come true. They say it won't last. They say you're wild and free. I know you never were a one.
Why is this here? What is this going to?
For me. I get so confused. I love it when it's only me and you. Doing all the things we know we should.
Hi there, Oaks. How you doing? Can you hear me? Can you hear the audio? Can you hear everything?
So tell me what your game is, girl. When you touch me, feel so good, I can't contain it. When you love me, I'm so high, so confident, yeah. When you say I'm the only one, I must admit it.
How does it sound? That seems awful loud. How does it sound? That seems awful loud.
What your game is, girl. When you touch me, feel so good, I can't contain it. When you love me, I'm so high, so confident, yeah. When you say I'm the only one, I must admit it. I get suspicious, just a little suspicious. I get suspicious, just a little suspicious. I get suspicious, just a little suspicious. Tell me what your game is, Cause I haven't slept for days, not slept for days, yeah. Baby, love is never painless, no. Excuse me for being suspicious.
Okay, that's better. I think I got it situated. How you doing today, Oaks? How was Tyler's stream? I think I missed it. Should I go grab a ring light? I'm gonna go try a ring light. I'll be right back. Give me one quick second. I'll be right back.
Friends tell me I should move on, lying in the ocean, singing your song. That's how you sang it. Loving you forever can't be wrong, even though you're not here, won't move on. That's how we played it. And there's no remedy for memory. Your face is like a melody, it won't leave my head. Your soul is haunting me and telling me that everything is fine, but I wish I was dead. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. No one compares to you. I'm scared that you won't be waiting on the other side. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. No one compares to you. I'm scared that you won't be waiting on the other side. All my friends ask me why I stay strong. Tell them when you find true love, it lives on. That's why I stay here. And there's no remedy for memory. Your face is like a melody, it won't leave my head. Your soul is haunting me and telling me that everything is fine, but I wish I was dead. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark.
Okay, we are back. Bright and looking good. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Mm. Mm-mm. That looks pretty good, I guess. Hey, Adam. How's everybody going? These dogs.
I don't wanna wake up from this tonight. I don't wanna wake up.
Man. Oh, good. I'm glad they showed up finally. I did not know that.
Thanks for sunrise.
What are you guys up to today? Anything exciting? Adam, are your blades all in good condition when they arrived? Good, good, good. I'm glad. Anybody excited for tonight's WandaVision? Guys, if you haven't checked my Amazon wish list, I added a bunch of wigs there. I mean, I guess I'm technically stealing what Tyler does, but it seems like it would be really fun. And I'm broke, so I can't buy it myself. If you want me to do it, they're in the wish list. The streaming wish list. That's stuff specifically there for streaming needs. They're not that expensive on Amazon, Adam, if you look at them. I mean, they're obviously not going to be great quality, but it's a good place to start for practice and stuff. It's just for fun on my end, so it's like... I have not. have not seen. The only YouTube stuff, drag queen related, I've been watching is Trixie Mattel. Nick, no, that got canceled. That trip did not happen. Everything at the literal last minute fell apart. Didn't happen. And to be honest, it was for the best because it was a mistake. I was rushing into and trying to force, and it's a big nightmare, or it was. I mean, it was for the best that I stayed. Since I've been published in the San Francisco Chronicle. I'm up for a really cool. Well, I don't know if I'm up necessarily, but I'm being reviewed for opportunities. So yeah, I'm still here in LA. Coming up on twice, yes. I don't know when the next one is done. I submitted it. So maybe this weekend, I don't know. And welcome in, CF. There was a big post about it that I posted that explained what really happened and what, a very deep, introspective post. As usual. It's going good. How are you doing? Recorded a Never Not Funny this morning. Feeling pretty good today. Just hanging out with you guys for a couple hours. Yeah, I mean, nothing was really working. The movers that were supposed to come help me pack the U-Haul canceled the day before I was picking up the U-Haul, or the day of the U-Haul, I guess. Yeah, because I was leaving the next morning. So yeah, doing better, doing well, there's days still exist where it's like, what am I doing? Where am I going? What do I do? Why doesn't somebody want to let me love them? And, all sorts of shit. But those are moments and you get through them. You know what I mean? I'm not directionless. I'm maybe a little lost. I know where I'm going. I'm just not sure how to get there. And that's not a problem that's unique to me by any means. That's something that everybody deals with. So you just keep going. I'm doing this and hanging out with you guys. I love doing this. This is pretty awesome. We'll see. I wrote a little kid story that I put on my Patreon for free. If you do patreon.com/mynameisGaren, you can see that. It's a little kid story. You see it, share it, enjoy it. If you like it, draw it, add to it. It's kind of there for the world to play with. It's called The Newest Night Jude and The Dragon Most Sad. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. I'm not writing nearly as much as I would like to. Like, I sit down with ideas, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm letting my lack of progress really. I'm sort of letting it get to me in ways that I shouldn't. So that's where I am. I need to really sit down and just start just pushing through it and doing it. I mean, I wrote that kid story at least, and I loved it. I'm very proud of it. I mean, I have this feeling, and I know that this isn't unique to me. If I had that one shot, that one break, that would be all I needed, and I would be a regular working writer, I think. Just got to get it. Just got to find it. Art wants to tell stories or help stories get made, get told. Like, that's why I'm saying if I don't end up being a writer or a working writer, a working screenwriter or whatever, I would love to be in development. I would love to help people create their stories, get on the right track to their stories, that kind of shit. That's what I'm good at. I mean, I've got degrees out the ass. It shouldn't be. I'm kind of a no-brainer, I think. I've got 5 degrees, you guys. 3 AA degrees, a bachelor's degree, and a master's degree. I'm drinking a iced green tea from Starbucks. I went there earlier when I went to the Best Buy. I have been to Mexico. I have been to Canada. And that's it. And then obviously around the U.S. My favorite spot within the U.S. That is an interesting question. I don't know. I did like Gatlinburg a lot and Pigeon Forge. That place is really cool. There's a lot of places that I've never been to that I don't understand. I don't think I've been there. I've been to the UP. I've been up to like Marquette, not Marquette, Mackinac Island. I've been to Mackinac Island. I've been to Grand Haven. I've been to Milo. I've been around those places, but not Petoskey. I know words in other languages. I do not speak other languages. I only speak English. I kind of want to learn another language. I probably should have done that during this whole quarantine situation, but I didn't. Also, I don't know which language. Maybe Spanish? I don't know. I always like saying "fermez la bouche." I learned that when I was a kid from this French exchange student that my aunt had living with her. Her name was Clarice. I don't even know if they say it means "shut your mouth," but I don't think they say it that way anymore. I feel like it's old, like old hat to say it that way. But "fermez la bouche," it's always been. It always pops in my head. I have a ton of the books that I've been sent by Wizards of the Coast for whatever reasons. I have not really. I've played it, but not enough that I would ever be comfortable doing a DM situation. I've had two different groups that just fell apart. Not for any negative reason. It just didn't stick. And it sucks because I would really love to get into it and learn enough about it that I could DM because I would make. You're right. I would be. I just want to be good enough or understand the game and the worlds and stuff enough that I feel comfortable creating those scenarios and those situations for people to play in. Green Day, hi, welcome back. It would. I can't imagine that's ever going to happen. Time flies, you guys. Time just flies. I'll tell you one of my favorite moments in the few times that I have done D&D is one of my characters was kind of like he was a thief, I think, or a rogue or something. but he was supposed to be like tiny, almost like a teenage size. And I there was a part when there was going to be a big boulder like swinging through the air like as a trap or something, and I like, yeah, I'm going to do some acrobatics. I'm going to jump up this thing and I'm going to flip through the air and I'm going to land on top of this boulder and I'm going to cut it free. And I think I rolled a 1, and I basically Wile E. Coyote'd myself and just crashed into the boulder, just like blah, and slid down it. It's nonsense. Oaks, yeah, that was a few years back. It was very, very sad. That was before I was a part of the show. I was a fan of the show back then, so it was, yeah, that was a pretty shitty situation. There is a Never Not Funny live stream this weekend, guys. So if any of you guys who are here who are Never Not Funny fans and you have the correct tier, which I'm not even sure which one it is, I think it's tier 2, but that's Sunday afternoon. If you didn't know, now you know. So who's here? Sound off if you want. If you guys are lurking, continue to lurk if you like. Feel free. Green Day, congrats. That's awesome. My favorite Nickelodeon show might be Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's one that I grew up watching. That was a while ago. Although there's a new version that's supposed to be pretty good too that I haven't watched yet. Yeah, that's some creepy dude in a van who delivers ice cream around this neighborhood now and then. I don't trust an ice cream van. What about it? That it's coming back to Paramount Plus? Are they doing a middle-aged podcasters edition that I could sign up for? Unfortunately, I think I am too old for being a contestant on any MTV shows. You know what would be cool though is if there was a podcast Family Feud episode That would be pretty fun. Although I think we're one short. Isn't it 5 people and we have 4? So we'd have to pick a 5th person. Who would that be? Who would the 5th person be? Actually, wait, there's no reason why it couldn't be Oliver. Hi V, welcome in. Either one of those are good options. But that would be really cool, really fun. I love Family Feud. Please welcome to the feud, the Never Not Funny family. I mean, they did it with Disney moms. Why couldn't they do it with podcasters? That would be interesting. Good, V. How are you? Thanks for coming in, hanging out. I am not happy with what's going on right here today. Yeah, that was a great question. And you know what? He was my first instinct, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I didn't think to combine first and last name for that, so I just not that the answer I went with was any better, but I don't know anything about the Beyblades, Adam, but those sound like they will work together pretty cool, name-wise anyway. Well, V, I'm glad you decided to stop in and say hi. You're more than welcome here. Feel free to talk about whatever. We're pretty easygoing and open during these chats. You guys can ask any questions you might have about whatever. Need some advice? Happy to do it. Want to talk about a scary movie? Happy to do it. You have a funny question? More than happy to answer it, if I can. Drag race? Sure. Politics? Sure. Ghostly? Yes, I do. We played Call of Duty a couple times on here. I haven't played that in a while. Maybe I should. There are no stupid questions. You can ask whatever you like. The joke/serious answer is Jesus Camp. That's not necessarily a horror movie. It's a documentary, but it's terrifying. I have not watched Willy's Wonderland yet. I want to. I actually have the DVD or the Blu-ray in my shopping cart at Amazon for when it comes out. I'm going to get it. But I definitely want to see it. Never Not Notes is still there. I just sent Daryl a bunch of notes for the last season, so hopefully he adds that up soon. I want to see it. I want to see it. I am not in a position to drop $20-something on a Blu-ray for it, So as soon as it drops down to a more reasonable level, I'm gonna buy it. Um, just because I buy horror movies whenever I can because I like to support the genre. I have not seen Have You? I care a lot. I want to though. I've heard it's infuriating. But Freaky looks great. It looks like tons of fun. But for legit actual horror movies that have stuck with me, Jaws to this day, um, a lot of it's stuff that I saw when I was a kid that kind of got hooked into my brain, like Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll have nightmares about Freddy Krueger to this day. I've only watched it once. I rarely watch documentaries more than once. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever watched a documentary more than once. Yeah, it definitely seems like a fun. You'd probably like Happy Death Day. Have you seen that? Uh, I wouldn't not watch it. Yeah, Green Day. It is. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's basically Groundhog Day, but with a killer. It's super. The lead actress is I don't know what her name is off the top of my head, but she's so good. V, what'd you think of Willy Wonka? Willy's Wonderland? Did you like it or? I have played Destiny and Destiny 2 Ghost. What's Red Letter Media? That isn't. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, okay. I think I have heard of that. It sounds familiar, but I don't watch it, so it probably didn't just stick with me. But yeah, if you're not a big horror fan, but you wanna, Jesus Christ, these dogs. Sorry, you guys had to see that. I do not watch Good Mythical Morning. I don't watch anything on YouTube really, except for Trixie Mattel. I said that earlier. Uh, I am going to try to check it out soon. I'd like to get a job working on a horror podcast like that. That would be really fun, just to help write that stuff. I mean, I've got 2 stories that were written or that were performed on No Sleep podcast, so I have experience with it technically. But I oh, I can buy a digital copy of Freaky for $15. I have a gift card. No, I'm not going to do that because it's going to come with the Blu-ray, so there's no sense in doing that. Yeah, I've got it on my. Now, here's my question for you, Ghost, about Destiny. Is it now cross progress, or is it only like if I start a character on 2 different games, they would just like it won't carry over? I'd have to just redo the same thing over on both things because I have it on Xbox for sure, and I think I have it on PlayStation. Okay, so then I should just be playing on whatever which would be Xbox. I think that's the one I played it on more than anything. Well, what is... So, let's say if I started playing on Xbox and then I move over to PlayStation, well, I can carry that character from one to the other? I'm guessing it's different between Steam and Stadia because they're not console-based. Also, I did get this today. Because they're talking about making cross progression available on Dead by Daylight, which would be pretty awesome, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen on digital copy on consoles. They're kind of being a little cagey about that. Yeah, I only asked because my roommate plays... Wait, is it cross-play also? So if my roommate plays PlayStation, can we play if I play on Xbox? Is that a thing yet? But I liked it. Wait, it wasn't crossplay between PS3 and PS4? I like a grilled chicken sandwich with cheese, uh, or a French dip. That's probably my favorite. I do love a French dip. Fuck you mean invalid code? CQ. I don't want this. I mean, I've got the new expansion for WoW that I haven't even touched. Uh, so that could be a good one. Um, and I have 2 or 3 game cards of time. I could be down to get back into WoW. But if I did, I think I might just start from the beginning and just go through it all over again. Because I honestly would have to relearn it. What was I just going to do? I was just going to do something. I keep forgetting shit that I want to do. I don't understand why that is. Yeah, I've tried to join my brother in those games, and he does the same thing. But I do miss a good MMO to get into. Like, I miss Star Wars Galaxies, I miss The Old Republic, I miss... I mean, I could do Final Fantasy 14. There's more Mitch McConnell, Nick. But I kind of feel like that world is falling away. Or maybe I'm just not looking hard enough to find them. Message my friend. I love the characters in that game and the artwork and stuff, but the game itself, I don't get it. I don't know how to play it. And I almost got a job with them. I interviewed with them for a player support job. Um, isn't it like Tower Def? Is it? It's not Tower Defense. I don't know what it is. Oh no, it's a MMBA or something. Does that make any sense? MOBA. Yeah, there you go. MOBA. Massive Online Battle Arena. I think that's what it is. We're not. We're just chatting about League of Legends now, I think. I think we were literally just talking about it. Idiot. Really interesting. What the fuck's wrong with you two? Why being such a chicken? I've never played StarCraft. Is that... That's like RTS, right? RTS games just for some reason they just don't. I never do. I never hit. They never hit with me. Like I never can get into them. I don't know why. I almost I almost bought Bravely something. Bravely I don't know what the hell it's called. 2. But it didn't come it's not out till tomorrow and then I read a review about it and I'm like, "Oh, this sounds like they fucked up this game." So I'm glad I didn't buy it sight unseen. Here's yet another job. Denial. Yeah, supposedly that's coming to Bravely Default. Thank you, Green Day. It's not getting great reviews. Like it seems like they messed up a lot of it, and I don't. It went from me being like, "Oh, cool, this seems like an RPG I'll like," to like, "Oh, this sounds not great." But Hades is supposedly coming to Xbox Game Pass. So I'll play that for you guys as soon as it comes in because I've heard it's amazing. My responses are exclusively no, and I don't. Maybe my resume sucks. Maybe they just I'm too educated. I don't know. It really pisses me off. It really does, and I'm kind of fed up with it. And hi, Jen. Welcome in. Yeah, I didn't really like it. It was fine. It's fine. It's just. What was I just gonna do again? Oh yeah, Hades. Mona, get in here. I'd love if they made a new good Castlevania game. Like Symphony of the Night is one of the best games of all time. Like legit one of the best. Green Day, thanks for coming by. Have a good night. Yeah, we do it Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. I might. I feel like people like this more than me playing games, to be honest. So, I actually like this too. So maybe I'll add some more days and add another just chatting day or whatever. But have a good night. We'll see you next time. I don't like these games that have card systems. I don't get that. I should. Would you rather discover another planet or the depths of the ocean? That's a good question. Um, Gross. Um, I really love the idea of being underwater. Um, so I would definitely love to explore the depths of the ocean. But the idea of traveling to another planet is rather intriguing. That's a tough question. I would be open to both. Like if they were like, we want one person, one writer to go on this spaceship to go to wherever, you will, when you return, nobody you know will be alive because it'll take too long. I think I would still do it. I know that's really shitty sounding, but I think the idea of being the first person to see another planet and expanding the general science that much to be like, I think I would do it. Jen, that's a great idea. Adam, start with a story. Write it as a short story. An elf. Does that count as mythical? If it doesn't, I guess I would be a god. And no, I don't mean a Santa elf. I mean like archery and ears. That kind of elf. And magic. Welcome back, Sam. Hey Siri. Text Eric.
What do you want to say?
Are we doing food for WandaVision, or should we just eat before you get here? Question mark.
Your message to Eric Marcel Jones says, are we doing food for WandaVision or should we just eat before you get here? Ready to send it?
Send.
Okay, it's sent.
By the way, it said one division instead of WandaVision. So, cool. One Division is my favorite boy band, by the way. You guys might not have heard of them. They're kind of new. Hi, thanks for the subscription. Alright, good luck at Subway. Supergroup of One Direction and Joy Division. Yeah, that's... That's a group right there. I do. I have. I adore it. I love the Dark Tower series. In fact, my book, which I think I revealed this on this stream a few weeks ago, but my book, The Darkest Hours, that title came from the Dark Tower. So I just kind of, it just popped in my head that if you say the Darkest Hours fast enough, it sounds like the Dark Tower. So that's my little wink at that, because it was so inspirational and so formative for me that I wanted to give it. And I mean, Damien's basically a gunslinger in that book. He's just this hero with, you know, or anti-hero even. And then my other script that I wrote called The Devil's Hand he's a gunslinger, really. So that Dark Tower series is really, it's a really big influence on me and the stuff that I write. By the way, if anybody here is interested in copies of my books, I do have a few sets left. Physical copies of Demonic and Other Tales and the Dark Tower and The Darkest Hours, signed by me and shipped by me to you. $60 plus tip if you want. And that's all in, and I will send them to you. Hit me up if you're interested. This is me playing the knee. What about Rust? I see someone's playing Rust right now on Twitch. Should I try Rust? U.S. carries out airstrike on Iranian-backed militia facilities in Syria. Great. Rust is another MMO survival game where everyone grips each other? What does that mean? It's coming to consoles, so maybe I'll hang off until it comes to consoles. I did not know that he streams on Twitch now, but that's cool. Oh, I guess Tyler raided him because I'm in his room. Oh, I see Sam. Oh, okay. I was just looking at... I'm gonna start streaming Animal Crossings 2 eventually. I know it's really popular. I've got it, and I just have to attach my Switch. I bought a new HDMI cord. It's supposed to be a high-speed, like 8K one. Not that that matters, but I'm hoping if I bring that in, it makes the image and stuff a little bit clearer for me to play with. A go-to story that I tell. What do you mean? Like, in terms of what? Just anything in general? There was a time I got bit by a horse on the nipple. There's a time I got chased by a devil worshipping cult. Supposedly. There's a time where I almost knocked someone off a mountain. Not a devil worshipping horse. We went to a place in North Carolina. I was gonna save this for for the oh wait, I gotta do 2 of those, right? What was I saying? Oh, okay. So I went to North Carolina when I was a kid, and supposedly there's a legend about a witch's grave that's at a cult, that's at like this, and also a devil worshipping cult. Not the fake kind, not the Satanist kind of cool kind. Do you know what I mean? Those guys are fine. But this was supposed to be some evil actual cult. So we drove we went on Sunday. First we went to this place called Buck House, which I talked about here before, which is this really run down old, not plantation, but something similar to that, whatever, another, like, I don't know what the word is, but there was Ouija boards like carved into the floor. I mean, and when I say fake devil worshiping cults, I mean the kind of stuff that people were afraid existed in the 80s. Like sacrifices and all that kind of shit. That kind of thing. The kind of stuff from the movies. That kind of thing. But so we went to Buck House first, and we explored that place, which was really creepy. By the way, Buck House is now a beautiful bed and breakfast. So if you look up Buck House, North Carolina, you'll see it, and it's just stunning what they've done to the place. So after that, anyway, we just drove down through these hills. Like, we're in North Carolina, we're in the backwoods, like, wrong turn situation places. Thank you for hosting, Oaks. But, so it's Sunday night, we're driving on this road, and it's just like, it's one of those times when you're like driving and it's almost tunneled. Like the trees are just arches over the road, and it's pitch dark, and it's, country roads, and you don't know what's gonna come stepping out of the forest. So we're driving, and we get to the end of this road, and when we drive up, the lights just kind of wash over this it's village. It looked like a facade, like a studio set. Just storefronts and old. It almost seemed, memory serves, it almost seemed like Old West looking. It was really weird. But I mean, it was the middle of the night. It was like 10, 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday. So we weren't going there though. So my step cousin was driving and she turned. So the lights just kind of went over that. And then we went down further and all of a sudden she just slams on the brakes and she screams, "Holy shit, they're there." And through the front window, I was in the back seat. Through the front window, I could just see rows of cars, just pitch black darkness, rows of cars. You know, our lights are reflecting off of it, and it's just like, oh fuck. On a Sunday night, this Satan church or whatever the fuck it was, they were there having their fun. So we backed out and we like hightailed it out of there. We just drove to get away, and we just turned and got off the road down this offshoot street or driveway to where this artist supposedly lived. So we just went there and we shut the lights off and we just sat there, and I swear to you, not minute, 2 minutes, 5 at the most, a procession of cars just drove down that street, just where we were moments earlier. So just it was kind of mind blowing. So to this day, I don't know where that was. I don't know what that situation was, but it was a trip. It was an exciting little excursion. For all I know, it was just like a town meeting and we stumbled across it, and, you know, some urban legend of the North Carolina hills. Yeah. I mean, don't you always have to go back for the sequel? I mean, it was just an interesting night of just exploring these weird legends that were around those towns. This was in like, this stuff was near Grandfather Mountain in North Carolina. Oh, jeez, excuse me. But I've like Googled to see if that kind of legend shows up, and I can't find anything. I should see if I can find out from them where that was. Hey Siri, text Cindy.
I don't see Sydney in your contacts. Who do you want to send it to?
Cindy.
What do you want to say?
Can you find out from Rachel or someone where that supposed devil worshipping church was we went to in North Carolina?
Your message to Cindy says, can you find out from Rachel or someone where that supposed devil worshipping church was we went to in North Carolina? Ready to send it?
Send.
Okay, it's sent.
Yeah, I mean, we were visiting my stepmom's family up in the hills near Grandfather Mountain, and it was a beautiful little area, like just these small little towns that exist just like, you know, I mean, this is the 90s too, so you got to imagine, I mean, internet was not a thing, really, especially up there. But it's these nice little towns, super nice people, as far as I know, anyway. I remember that's where I first saw one of my favorite horror movies called Horror Show, which is House 3. weirdly enough. Or some places it's House 3. Um, demonic is gory. Yes, there's a lot of because with demonic with those stories, my intent because I personally am not. I don't really write a lot of gory stuff normally. Like I'll write slasher stuff, but not. I don't. Gore is not really like I don't need gore. I don't. It's not a thing I chase basically. But so anyway, so the stories in demonic were my sort of. I kind of wanted to get to the level of stuff that Clive Barker and Stephen King were doing. Not in terms of talent, but I wanted to sort of push myself to that, to a different level in terms of what type of horrific stuff I write about. So it can get it can get gory. I don't think it ever gets distastefully gory. But there is some, shocking stuff in it, maybe to some people. But The Darkest Hours is more of an action urban fantasy with horror elements. You could compare it to Blade. You can compare it to Dark Tower. That sort of thing. It's not quite so much gory. It's more action oriented and it's more Buffy-ish than gory. But at the same time, there's a story in Demonic that's just about this girl who is having a conversation with her reflection, in how she hates herself. I mean, that's definitely a different level of horror than, not even really. It's I guess it's all how you read it, but my favorite guest that you guys ever have on Never Not Funny podcast. I can't say that I have a favorite period, like number one. Maybe Matt Donaher. I love Matt Donaher. Who else? I love Kathy Ladman. I love Mike Schmidt. I love Katie Lazarus. Probably was one of my favorites, who we just lost recently. That was very sad. Like that kind of shook me a little bit. I love Jen Kirkman. There's too many to even. Yeah, Matt Donaher he's become an actual true friend of mine, Donaher. And I haven't talked to him in a while, actually, though, contrary to what I just said, but yeah, he's a gem. And I've legitimately Wow, Sam. I'm gonna forgive that because you're using your text to speak. So what I do is I don't eat usually until after 2 or 3 o'clock. Sometimes as late as 5 or 6. That's kind of how it works out. Sometimes I'll have some yogurt in between, which you probably shouldn't do, but yeah, I just don't usually eat until late, and it's shrunk my stomach up enough that I actually don't even eat that much now either, which is interesting. Yeah, so, but a lot of it helps if I sleep in. um, that definitely helps. Sometimes it's harder. Most of the time it's okay for me because I've gotten used to it by now. Um, yeah, and then I usually eat pretty late too if I'm up, because I'm up really late a lot of the times, and I'll grab something and snack, especially if I'm something comes up and I want to eat something. I'll have a yogurt or a bowl of cereal or whatever, but um, it's usually longer than 12 hours between meals. No. Mm-mm. No. What? What did you have to do with that, Adam? Coffee? Oh my god. Apple Jacks, Tyler, or Oaks. That cannot have. What kind of cereal did you have? God, I hope it was like Cocoa Pebbles or something that would make this coffee taste good. As anything else seems like it would be a nightmare. I don't like coffee, guys. I love the smell of coffee, but I don't like the taste of it. Cocoa Puffs and Fruity Pebbles. Ah, how was it? Ooh, Honey Nut Cheerios or regular Cheerios? because I wanted to do something crazy that I've with it. So I dyed it pink, and I like it. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. But yeah, Honey Nut. I'm not a big Trix fan. It's too sweet for me. I don't. Sir, yes, I am. I'm an icon. I gotta say it. There's RuPaul, and then there's me. I don't know why I compare myself to RuPaul. I'm not even a drag queen, but yes, I am, Derek. Hopefully you're cool with that. You're more than welcome to hang out. I mean, I guess it goes with the territory. What are my opinions on Black Lives Matter? I believe it's true. I think there is a deep systemic issue in this country. I think there's a systemic issue with policing in general, above and beyond racism issues, but that is a significant issue in the police force. I did not make this shirt myself, because you can buy this at podswag.com/nevernotfunny, and you can find a whole ton of shirts there. This is one of them. See, thank you, Adam. Normally, I'm a little bit lenient with what people talk about, want to say in here, because I'm not a fan of censorship, but that's not cool. That's not at all good. So thank you for doing that, Adam. No, please. We're a conversation. Absolutely, jump in. And especially in stuff like that, because people need to be educated. People need to, they need to hear from different people, different, this is not an echo chamber. This is a chamber where I have specific beliefs that I will hold on to, but that doesn't mean that someone can't come in and have a conversation about what they believe. But there is a limit, and that is one of them. Racism, not allowed. Bullying, not allowed. Yeah, Sam, I don't know what you just said. Leave her a hot and the button tonight. You guys remember Hot in the Button, right? Your own vaudeville act from the early 20s. Hey, he came in here. I'm sure his view counted. Did he subscribe? Cool. Yeah, usually when someone that I don't recognize pops in, and believe it or not, I recognize most of the people that come in here. Like the name, I might not remember exactly who some people are, but I the names will trigger a recognition. But when that someone comes in that doesn't happen with, and then they immediately ask about the hair, I know that that it's gonna go bad, or they're gonna try to have some fun or whatever. But I don't mind a troll now and then. You know, if some people want to come in and have fun, it's not gonna bother me. But if they go too far, like that guy did, that's you're out. And that Adam, I'll tell you right now, banning him was the move. Silencing him or you know muting him or whatever for 15 minutes or whatever the other options there are is not the way. You're gonna come in and say some racist shit. You're out. Period. I don't need you here. That's it. You're out. So good job. Good modding. Mm. Guys, we got 699 followers. That's exciting. I was thinking about ordering Springbok, my chicken sandwich, since we talked about it earlier, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to go grocery shopping like a human being. Oh, is that my 700 follower slash subscriber? Thank you. I think so. Well, welcome. I've got 700 followers here and 7,000 followers on Twitter. So that's an interesting little correlation. 7,000 plus. I thought that said raw chicken and I was horrified. What is ranch chicken? What does that mean? I'm guessing it's somehow cooked in ranch dressing. Dear Garen Cockrell, let's see what my reminder says. I've read this before. Today is going to be a good day, and here's why. Because today I was the most creative person I could be. Because today I embraced my circumstances and let myself rise above them. Because today I trusted in myself. And led myself to what? What does the rest of this say? Hello, open. And led myself to the future I really want. Thank you, Oaks. Now, if I could convert that into 700 subscribers, I'll be all set. I'll be good as gold. I'll kick my roommates out. Do I want to play Rust on Xbox One or PlayStation? Get out of here, malware bites. I don't even know why I still have you on my computer. I think I'll do PlayStation because that's what I'm playing on mostly now and it's attached to the computer. Why do I'm not trying to take that. Take what? You mean the ranch on a chicken or the fact that I don't want to have roommates anymore? I love my roommates and it's not that, I mean, oh, there's more to that story. But I am at this point where I would like to have my own place where I can just be, I don't know. I want to be able to have one of my rooms be for streaming and shit, and I just want my own life. No, I don't know. There's stuff that I really want that I'm never going to get, I don't think, and there's stuff that I want to change and shit. I don't know what I'm even talking about, you guys. I don't know. 5 push-ups? Fuck. I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me now? Can you still hear me? Hello, 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 hello. I think you can hear me. All right, I'll do this. How do you want it? Like this? Or like this? I don't even know if I can do this. I didn't even know this existed until Tyler Oakley taught us about it. Move. Let's try. Oh shit, 1. Oh fuck, 2, 3. Oh fuck, you guys, that hurt. You want to do super setups too? Thank you for supporting my fitness goals, guys. What do you think of this angle? I better see some bits flying for showing off these gams. Let's get those cheers. Let's get those bits. Look at these ankles. I am a fucking supermodel. What a weirdo. All right, now you all know that doing this, I can barely do 5 push-ups. I am out of shape. I'm out of shape. But that's why I made these channel point redemption things, so I can be held accountable and get myself into shape. I mean, I'm not even playing a game, Adam, so this kind of doesn't really help much. Although my mom and brother and cousin are back on Dead by Daylight, I can jump on there If you guys want me to play some Dead by Daylight, I can jump on if you want. It's up to you guys. This is your night. I don't have to. I mean, it's actually time for me to jump off. Scheduled time for me to jump off. I'm not saying I'm going to, but I didn't even set a timer, so you guys want to tell me how long it's been? Stuck on you. I have got to go to the bathroom. Yeah, and by the way, if you guys think of anything fun or whatever to do with channel points, let me know. We'll add them. Like the wigs will be fun when I get them for channel points. That'd be a really fun little thing. Where are all my fucking deals? I don't have any promos on. I don't want to spend $30 on dinner. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. Let me run to the bathroom. Let me go do that. I will run a quick ad. I don't even know if you guys... You shouldn't be able to see this stuff because it's subscriber based. But then I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. We're back. Well, it says we have 10 viewers, but if I look at the chat, there's usually more. There's like a lot of people in the chat, or in the users in chat list. Actually, because I'm looking at, just clicked on Corey's users in his chat, so there's not as many as. For a second, I was like, wait, there's this many people here? But I was looking at someone else's stream. Duh. So it looks like there's 13, 15, 16, including myself, total. 10 of which are viewing. Everyone else is lurking. Would you rather use superpower be fly or... Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Invisible means I can go anywhere. You know, I don't have to buy concert tickets anymore because I can just walk right in. But flying, man, that sounds so good. I used to have dreams where I would fly. I don't know what everybody does, but... Enunciate. All right, I just ordered some food, so we'll hang out till it gets here, and then I'll watch Drag Race UK. Bing bang bong, sing sang song, bing bang bong. I don't know the words. So, I ordered Springbok Bar and Grill, where I used to go to trivia all the time, and I ordered a chicken sandwich and some potato skins. CF, that is very similar to mine. I always remember having the dreams where I basically would be like running down the sidewalk, and then I would jump, and I would just... It's the same thing as what you just said. That's bizarre. But I would always crash eventually, but I would wake up before I hit the ground. But it was like... It felt so real, like I was actually running down the street, and I could jump, and it's weird. That's so funny that it's almost identical to yours. Or it actually sounds like it is identical. But you know what? My flights never went that high. Like they, at least as memory serves, like it was it was like I was just levitating myself and over the ground, not often into the sky, but the best way to describe it is that it felt like the type of flight that is possible for somebody to pull off, even though it's not possible. Does that make sense? I have a lot of deja vu dreams. I have deja vu a lot, and it means something, and I don't, off the top of my head, remember what it means. Aside from it being a glitch in the Matrix. So deja vu is a sign of a healthy brain. I didn't know that. I I I haven't really done much with it. I'm trying to just decide how to do it. I think it's just gonna end up being the same thing as this. Just hang out, and then I'll bring somebody on Discord, and they can tell us a scary story or something. But I'm wondering if I want to have them do video or just audio. Or probably my Trixie Mattel baseball tee and a pair of shorts, which is very similar to the outfit I'm wearing now, which is a Lazy Queen tee and a pair of shorts. I don't mean deja vu dreams. I mean deja vu in real, like walking around, being like, "Oh, this seems like I've done this before." I really want someone to do a past life reading on me. How do I get that done? I'm very fascinated by that. I'm gonna ask my friend. I think she does it. Elephants are I got you, Sam. Elephants are pigs. That's a I like pigs. I also like elephants though. I think I'd go with pigs. Seeking contained thriller and supernatural horror scripts. Oh, it's a preferred lead. That's a really good question. I would love the idea of, now, look, what kind of orangutan are we talking about? We talking about like a trained one that, can take care of himself a little bit. Like, I don't know what that means exactly, but I do think having an orangutan hanging around would be really cool. Just like walk through the room, be like, "What's up, buddy?" and just get a high five from him. What else? I do love monkeys. I think a monkey would be cool. Or one of those big cats, big, um, maybe like a lemur. A lemur, those are really cool. A raccoon, I'd love to have a raccoon. Do I want to be the next Tiger King? No, I don't. Oh, that made me laugh. No, you know what? I'm not down for. Look, I love animals. I don't. I don't. I don't want to have animals that are in captivity. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't want to have a captive animal for my own pleasure. So I wouldn't. I don't know if remember if I've seen that or not, but I used to go to this place in Michigan called Kensington Park. It's like a state park or a national park, and not a national park, it's a state park. But the raccoons there were almost domesticated. They would come right up to people and take food from them constantly. Like I remember one time I was there with an ex-boyfriend of my mom's, and a raccoon climbed up right in his lap and was eating Doritos. It was crazy. Crazy. I'm proud of that site. I think it needs. I think I need to concentrate more on it. To be honest, I need to get back to working on it. It's my page. I created it. It's all me, and I have a staff of writers who, put content and stuff on it. It's partially responsible for all this. Yeah, Justin Reamer is he's a special dude. Good people. He probably forgets more about film than I'll ever know, to be honest. Pop Culture Beast started in 2007. In March of 2007, if memory serves correctly. And by the way, if guys, if any, or and gals, if anyone out there is interested in writing for Pop Culture Beast, let me know. It's volunteer. I don't make any money off of it, so I can't pay anybody. But it's decent for a resume, I guess. And you might get free stuff out of it, depending on the PR people. I know, Sam. You're still waiting for your logins, I think, right? Um, the thing is I'm proud of it as a whole. Um, I just like a friend of mine was here yesterday, and he was like, "Oh my God, you have this movie? Oh my God, you have this movie?" Like, I like when that happens. I like to. Um, no, Oaks, I actually don't do the Pop Culture Beast Twitter. I'm really glad that I have all the horror movies I love. I mean, my Criterion collection is really large. It's just it's a show off thing that I like. I want a bigger space where I don't have to have them stacked on top of each other like that. I mean, I can show off some if you want me to show some off. What do you guys? What do you want to see? I mean, we can. Um, I don't know. I mean, I did just get this massive U2 box set vinyl that I was shocked to have show up. I didn't buy it. It was PR related. But also, there is one box set of movies that I got that is actually pretty cool. Let me go grab it. Hold on. Okay. So here's one. This is a box set of the Phantasm films. It's an import from Arrow Video from the UK. It's got the remastered edition and the original edition of Phantasm, Phantasm 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. But if you do this, you guys ready for this? Comes with the orb. I'm guessing that's the kind of thing you're talking about. There's the there's a slot right there for the 2 spikes that come out of it, but I don't want to take it all apart just yet. And then this other one, quality of the films might be in question, but this is actually super cool. This is a trunk. It's pretty sturdy. It's not junk. Oh, I guess I have it upside down. But it's signed by Charles Band, Puppet Master. So if you open it, God, this is hard to do with this camera. Nope, I dropped him. But it's all of the Puppet Master movies, or at least 10 of them. And then it comes with a little spike or whatever. Now that's pretty cool. There is enough room. I do have the new Puppet Master movie that just came out will fit in there, so maybe I'll put it in there. But Puppet Master 1 through 5, and then Curse, and then Retro, and then the Legacy, and then Axis of Evil, Axis Rising, Axis Termination, and then Arcana of the Puppet Master. Yes, I had Richard Marx sign a vinyl for me. He signed one of my Richard Marx vinyls, obviously. I had Anthony Rapp sign my Adventures in Babysitting Blu-ray. I had Paul Reiser sign my Mad About You box set. I had Rob Reiner sign my Stand By Me DVD Blu-ray. I think that's I think that's it. I mean, the truth of the matter is, I kind of feel weird asking for that, which is why I don't do it often. But I mean, the people who I have asked, Richard Mark's got amazing new songs. I enjoy him. Rob Reiner, he's directed some of the best movies of all time, so I could not have that signed. Adventures in Babysitting is one of my favorite movies of all time, so of course, I would ask Anthony Rapp to sign that. I do have signed Sprezzatura and the other one, whose name escapes me right now. Not Uno, but the other one, Papa's Clown. I have both of those signed. Finals signed. Not Uno. It was Papa's Clown. Is that all? I think that's it. I mean, honestly, the crown jewel of my collection, in reality, of all the stuff that I've collected, is probably my Nightmare on Elm Street 4 poster, which is signed by almost the entire cast. And also Bob Shea signed it. No Robert, because he wasn't at the screening I went to, but yeah, the only cast member aside from Robert Englund who didn't sign it was the guy who plays Kincaid, because he left. He booked it. But I got everybody else, including Brooke Bundy and Alice and Lisa Wilcox and everybody. I'm so proud of that. I have it. The problem is that it's too big. I like the blue one and the pink one, but that poster's too big to fit in any of the frames that I have. So I need to get it specially framed so I can. It might be worth a little bit of money because it's, according to Lisa Wilcox, it was an original poster that I scored off of eBay somehow. But yeah, I'm super. I love that. I would love to have it hanging, but the poster frames I have are too small for it. It's like a half-inch or quarter-inch, just too big, and I don't want to mess with the. I don't want it to get damaged. He left. He didn't stay. Like, there was a kind of like an after party thing this was at the Hollywood, the man's not the Chinese theater, but the smaller version of that they have in Hollywood and Highland, the 6. So, and there's a bar there, so everyone was hanging out afterwards at the bar and getting signed, and people talking and meeting people and signing shit, and he left. He just took off and left. Which sucks. I would have loved to have gotten him to sign that, but he's the only one. So him and Robert Englund. I mean, Bob Shea signed it, for crying out loud. Rennie Harlan signed it. God, Could you imagine if Robert Englund was on Never Not Funny? What? That would be wonderful. I would lose my shit. I would lose my fucking mind. Um, guys, tweet them. Oh wait, maybe don't. I don't know how that would work out. I wanted a name that was because I used to use Tico a lot for like all my games and stuff, but I wanted something that was that was a good branding type of thing that would go that I could use everywhere. And I didn't want to use my name because my name, like my full name, because that just seems too plain. It seems too, standard. And my name is Garen popped in my head, and I was like, hey, why not? This isn't bad. So I went with that. It seems to work. And it is my name. So and I couldn't change it if I wanted to, because if I change it, then I lose my verification, and I don't want to lose that check mark. You'd think so, Sam, but I've had people tweet at me directly and spell my name wrong. And sometimes I don't know if it's for humor. And I know some people do it as a joke because, whatever, but there's sometimes I legitimately am not sure if they're making a joke or if they're just oblivious to what they're doing. But it's also could be spell check and all sorts of shit that could mess with it. What's your weird name? But that's a cool name. Are you like Irish or you don't have to answer that. That's a weird question. Is it pronounced Cian? Or is it some, Gaelic pronunciation like Sorsha that does not read as it looks? I will do that right now, folks. So cayenne, like the pepper, or is it like Kian or something? Kian is cool. I like that. Oh, there's a Psyduck. I love Psyduck. Kian, that's cool. That's a cool name. Oh, I guess Sam saw the dog cam earlier then. So Kian, are you how do you ask? Are you from Ireland, or are you Irish, just heritage wise, or do you live in Ireland? Come on, Garen, what are you doing? Ireland is a dream trip for me. I would love to just come and visit Ireland. I've never been there. It's cool. I'm honored that he asked or chose me. I think I was like his second or third. Yeah, I really want to. The fact that I've never been anywhere is, it's so that, I mean, these are regrets that I have in my life, to be honest. I regret that we didn't travel very much growing up or when after I was an adult, and I don't regret being in a relationship my entire life, but I regret, not my entire life, but half of my life, but I regret, I don't know how, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, there's a lot that I missed out on because I ended up in a relationship, and I kind of regret that aspect of it. Like, I never dated, believe it or not. Yes, I've been to Mexico and I've been to Canada, but I've been to Tijuana and Rosarito, I think. Like, I haven't been to deep Mexico or you know, any other resorts down there or anything. Yeah, that's my goal. We've talked about this a little bit in here that I've never traveled anywhere alone, really. Um, and I want to start doing that. And I think going over to the UK is a big trip that I want to take. Um, it's kind of scary to think about it, but it's something I really want to do, and I don't really know anybody else that I can. I mean, there's definitely somebody I want to take with me, but that's never going to happen. So I'm going to go alone, and I'm gonna have growth, and I'm gonna experience all that shit, and um, that's that. I might just go to Vegas by myself to start, or up to San Francisco or San Jose, or maybe Hawaii. But the goal is to go to London and the UK and Ireland, and or maybe just those two. I mean, money is a big concern also. I mean, that's not going to be a cheap trip, and I don't have money, really, but I'm going to make it happen. Yes, I have been to Texas. I've been to Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, California, Nevada. Now, what do you mean? Do you mean like like stayed in or driven through? Because I've driven through most of the country. Like I haven't been a lot around the East Coast a lot, and I haven't been or the up north East Coast, and I haven't been to the Northwest Coast. I haven't been to Alabama. I don't think I haven't been to Louisiana. Oh, I could go to New Orleans. Haven't been to Oregon. Haven't been to Washington. Your order is out for delivery. It will be here in 10 minutes. I've been to North Carolina. I've been to New York. I grew up in Michigan, Oaks. I spent the first half of my life there. I left when I was 20. Well, I have a friend who lives in Louisiana, and if worse comes to worse, I could always have her come visit me, or come to New Orleans and show me. Not that that kind of negates the idea of traveling by myself, but I mean, I could spend some time with her and then some time, most of the rest of the time by myself. That's possible. Jamie, are you here? Sometimes she pops in here. I could go to Georgia and hang out with my friend Colette. I haven't seen her in ages. What I think no, I don't know how to do it. I mean, I could do the PSVR, I guess, just the same way I would do anything else, but if I do VR, I can't see the chats. So unless I'm on the phone with somebody that can read me what you guys are saying, I won't be able to talk to you guys. So I don't know how if people do it, and I'd rather be able to interact with you guys than not, just for the sake. I mean, it'll be fun. You know what? I love it. I love it. Oh, because it looks really cool. Yeah, does anybody actually stream it? Does anybody know if I can change my name on Pokemon Go? No. I guess not. Under settings and nickname, I thought. Good night, Adam. All right, Pokeball settings. Change nickname. All right, I am now known as My Name is Garen on Pokemon Go. Good job, team. Sam, I just saw your tweet. You know what? I guarantee you he would be good because he's funny and he also has tons of stories. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. What sucks though is if we did it, it would be on Zoom, and we wouldn't be able to get anything signed. That would be super amazing. How does he only have 185,000 followers? So I would actually bring 3 things for Robert to sign. I would be greedy. I'd bring that poster. I'd bring my copy of 976 Evil, which he directed, and I would bring a Nightmare on Elm Street set to have him sign. I don't have a Funko Pop. I don't have a Funko Pop that's not a Freddy Funko Pop that's not out of the case or out of the box. So I couldn't have him sign one of those. But yeah, that'd be such a great that'd be a great he'd be a great guest too, even just for the stories. I mean, he's been in so many movies, and you know, even to just talk about interacting with the fandom, that would be fascinating to hear as well. Like if you're an actor like that with such an iconic, timeless, like that character's never going to go away. Even if they never make another Freddy movie, that will never go away. So to be able to talk to him about that and get that kind of insight, that would be super cool. I'm definitely going to change some of the artwork around this channel to reflect my love of Nightmare on Elm Street. I think I'm going to get a gif of Freddy going, "You're all my children now," or something for when someone subscribes or when a follower shows up. I think that'll be cool. Something like that. So anyway, my food is here. I think they're just dropping it off now. That's why the dogs are going crazy. So let's wrap it up. Call it a night. Why do they have to ring the doorbell? Guys, it's been amazing. We did a good 3-hour stream. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone had fun. Please follow if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get a free subscription. Feel free to use that. Wigs down below in the streaming wish list. Feel free to check those out if you want to see me wear a wig on the stream. Garen's Lot t-shirt. Again, if you guys want a copy of or a set of my books, message me. Hey Caroline, message me and we can talk about that. It's a set of 2 each book, and I'll sign it and all that stuff. Until next time, which will be sometime tomorrow. I don't know if I'll make it on at noon, but we'll try. Dab on the way out. There's one for the other direction. Caroline, sorry I'm splitting. I wish I wasn't taking off, but it's time to eat and watch Drag Race UK. So, yeah. check the links, follow, subscribe, use your Amazon Prime membership if you haven't already, or if you have one. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon. It's been swell. I love you all. Good night. Be safe. And do you want to see the pups before we go? There's the dogs. Dexter! Moaners! Oh. Look at all this flabbers. Yeah, that might be one of the things I'm most proud of, is that I figured out how to make this work. It's also the leg cam. The Garen's leg cam, or the clutter cam, or whatever else. Dexter, what are you doing with those ears? Flip those ears out. They weren't flopping around all that much. So, all right, guys, I'll see you soon. Have a good night. Go watch WandaVision. We'll talk to you guys soon. And coming up soon, we're gonna try to do a big long day of marathon streaming. I'll go from a game to chatting to whatever. We'll make a fucking day of it. We'll see what happens. All right. Good night. Good gaming. Love you guys. We'll see you soon. Have a good night. Bye.
Misunderstood with nowhere to turn. Let's do all we can.